Hello and welcome back to our study of Peninei Halacha, the teachings of Rav Eliezer Melamed Shlit'a. I hope everyone had an enjoyable Shabbos and a good weekend. We move on to our next topic, Torah u'tefillah b'Shabbos. Mitzvah laharbos b'limet Torah b'yom HaShabbos. There is a mitzvah to learn more Torah than one normally would on Shabbos. V'amar Chachamim, and we're told in the Jerusalem Talmud, Lo nitnu Shabbos v'yomim tovim elo la'asok b'hem b'divrei Torah. The reason why we were given Shabbos and Yom Tov is so that we can study Torah. Od Omer Chachamim, Amra Torah l'fnei HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Ribono Shel Olam, Kesh yikansu Yisrael la'aretz, Zeh rak l'karmo, v'zeh rat l'sadehu. The Torah says in front of God, it says Hashem, when the Jews are going to go into the land of Israel, this one goes only to his kerem, to his vineyard, this one runs to his field. And the Torah says, what's going to be with me? Amalah, yesh li zug shani mezaveg lecha v'shabas shemo, shehem b'teil memalachtam v'yocholim la'asok bach. Hashem says, well, I have the perfect pair for you that I'm going to match you up with. And that is Shabbos, because on Shabbos they can't run to the field, they can't go to the vineyard because they cannot work, they cannot do malacha, and therefore they will be engrossed in Torah. Od Amar Chachamim, Kach Amar Lehem HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yisrael, Bonai, Lo Kach Kasafti Lechem B'Sarasai. The Medrash says in Tana Devei Eliyahu, Hashem says to Bnei Yisrael, my children, does it not say in my Torah, Lo Yamush Sefer HaTorah Zeh Mipicha V'Higisa B'Yom HaValayla? The Psukim in the beginning of Yehoshua says that the words of the Torah shall never wander from your mouths, and you will delve in them night and day. Afal Pisha Atem Osem Malacha Kol Shisha Yamim. Even though you're working all 6 days, Yom HaShabbos Ya'aseh Kulo Torah. On Shabbos it should be all Torah. Mikan Amru L'Olam Yashkem Adam V'Shnei B'Shabbos. So we learn from here that a person should always get up and learn Torah on Shabbos. V'Yelech L'Beis HaKnesses L'Beis HaMedrash. You should go to shul and should go to the study hall. Yikra B'Torah V'Yishaneh B'Nevi'im. You should learn Torah. You should study the prophets. And afterwards, only after studying Torah, does one eat and one drink. The pasuk in Kohelah says, go eat in joy, eat your bread in joy, and you should drink your wine in a good heart. So Amar Chachamim, shetzarech lechalek ezman haShabbos, chetzi l'Hashem b'limet Torah b'beis hamedrash, v'chetzi l'oneg Shabbos shel achila. So one has to divide one's time properly on Shabbos, that half the day should be for studying Torah in shul or in the Beis Medrash, and half the day should be enjoying it, the way we eat and have our meals, shtia, v'shena, drinking, sleeping. Amnam yesh sovrim, shirak b'yom tov ha'chalukah shava, aval b'Shabbos shnoda l'Torah, tzarech lahakdish yotzri machtis hazman l'limud Torah. Some say that only applies to Yom Tov, but Shabbos, which was, as we just mentioned, created for Torah, one has to set more than half the time for studying Torah. Ulam l'rov haposkim, kavanas chachamim shegam b'Shabbos yishlach lo kezazman. However, most authorities hold that even on Shabbos we can divide the time accordingly. Chetziav l'Torah v'chetziav l'oneg gishmi. Half for Torah, half for physical enjoyment, eating, drinking, napping. Yotzi l'chor l'fizeh shechova l'haktish kishtei mesrei shos v'chetzi l'Torah. It would come according to this that one has to set aside at least 12 and a half hours for Torah. Because the duration of Shabbos is 25 hours. It would seem, however, that practically speaking, one can be lenient. Because we would remove the 7 hours in which a person has to sleep. So that doesn't really count as part of the calculation. That leaves us with 18 hours. And we could set aside from that 9 hours out of the remaining 18 for Torah. And 9 hours for enjoying Shabbos with eating, shtia, drinking, and further relaxing, taking a nap. And even though the main establishment of spiritual enjoyment on Shabbos is for studying Torah, near midas kama poskum she'efshar lahachel v'lichlol b'teisha shor shel Torah gam es shos tatfilo. Some say that you could include in this calculation of these 9 hours for Torah, of course, the time that it takes for davening. Uvetanai shelo yaruchim midei tefillah, and we shouldn't have davening going too long. Therefore, one should set aside at least 6 hours on Shabbos for Torah. For along with the 3 hours that we have for davening, you have 6 hours for learning. Now, this again, it's a lot. It seems like a lot. We'll see this as we go on, but just the main point to understand that, of course, we have to set aside special time for Torah, which is why on Shabbos morning we have a special shiur. On Shabbos afternoon we have special learning. People learn with their children. People learn at the Shabbos table. Whatever it might be, one has to certainly set aside and understand the unique value that Torah plays on each and every Shabbos. So, as we begin a new week of Torah, we're studying the laws of Torah on Shabbos. I hope everyone has a great week ahead. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you here next time as we study the laws of Shabbos on Peninei Halacha from Rav Eliezer Melamed Shlit'a.